All right, what's poppin', y'all? It's DeAndre.
It's Bailey. What up?
And we back for week 2 of the NFL picks. Week 1 was wild. It had a lot of upsets. A lot of teams not cover their spreads that they were supposed to. But hey, we back at it with week 2, finna give you that good juice.
It was lovely to see that red zone countdown get down to 0. Watch it all Sunday. It was beautiful.
It was
It
nice.
was
It was
amazing.
nice. It's been a minute. But now, let's get on to the nitty gritty. First game is Thursday night game.
Tonight.
Minnesota Vikings at Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are -6. Vikings got upset last week. Horrible game. Baker Mayfield said he knew the play calls, which I hardly believe, because if he knew that, he would have been doing them against the Panthers. But I digress. This ain't about them. This is about the Vikings and the Eagles. The Vikings need this. I wouldn't say a must win, but it was a bad loss they had, so they're really gonna kind of be at it. The Eagles barely won against the Patriots, who aren't even good.
Didn't look good. No,
So,
offense looked bad.
yeah, it looked bad. It was a horrible game. But they had Tom Brady's retirement thing. I think that had a little something. He gave him that little extra divine energy to kind of bring it up a little bit. He's like Mac Jones, I can't go outside on my retirement, my ceremony going on. So I think that has something to do with the game being kind of close too.
No juice.
But there is no ceremony going on this game. There is no, major sorry quarterback in either team. They're both good teams, but I think the Vikings cover this. Vikings +6.
I'm also taking the Vikings. I wish we would have got this earlier. It was at 7.5, which is a great number, but I think today I'll still take it at +6. The Vikings got blown out by the Eagles on Monday Night Football last year. I think they changed things around. Coming off a loss, I think they covered. So,
Okay.
Vikings.
We all on the Vikings. Next game, another purple team, the Ravens at the Bengals. The Ravens won last week easily, worst team in the league they played, and then the Bengals lost. They got blown out. Bengals are -3.5. Now, this game's gonna be close. These games are always close, but 3.5 isn't. It's super close. I'm gonna take Ravens +3.5. I think the game's gonna be close. Ravens and Bengals, they always play close. All the AFC teams play close. The Bengals, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I mean, it was raining during the game, so that might have something to do with it. It was coming down. They had the Pokemon rain effect coming down, messing up the other team's, landscape mode going on. So, if you back with us, we had to switch the cam. The other cam was messing up. Balling on a budget out here. I might have to just get a new webcam because Logitech ain't cutting it. Just like the Bengals ain't been cutting it. Anyways, I'm taking the Ravens +3.5.
I want to take the Ravens here in this spot, but I'm going to take the Bengals. I don't love it. I feel like the Bengals always have the Ravens number, just kind of like last week. The Browns always, for some reason, have the Bengals number. I'm going to take the Bengals -3.5, and I don't love it.
Doesn't love it.
No, it's not good, but
This isn't
I'll
really a
take
lovable
it.
game. Next game, Bears at the Buccaneers.
Yep.
Spread is Buccaneers -2.5. Okay.
Yep. Bucks at home, coming off a win against the Vikings. That was pretty impressive. No one really thought that they'd pull that off. You got Baker versus Justin Fields, two quarterbacks that can run. What do you think is going to happen here?
Well, if Baker says he knows the plays like he thinks he does, and he thinks he's, this, what do I call him?
Houston Astro Baker.
He thinks he's like Raven Simone and can see the future and whatnot, and he thinks he's, Professor X and got the little, what's it called on his head to kind of see what's going on, the Jean Grey effect going on. I don't trust Baker. He was trash in the Panthers last year. Give me the Bears +2.5.
I like that pick, but I'm also going to go Bucks here. I mean, they're at home. I mean, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, honestly, I'm not very interested in this game rather than just the betting.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bucks at home. I think they pull it out, and honestly, I do see the Bears covering, but something's telling me Bucks, so I'm going Bucks.
Something. Maybe it's Baker. Next game is Packers at Falcons. Falcons -1.5. This game's pretty easy for me. I'm surprised the Falcons are favored in this game. That's pretty surprising.
So that helps.
I mean, they did win last week, but the Panthers, it was Bryce Young's first game ever, so you got to look at that. The Packers looked dope last week, and so I'm taking the Packers. I think they're going to win this game at least by 10 points.
Okay. I think this is a trap line here too, so I'm gonna go Falcons. I'm gonna maybe fade the public here. The Packers looked great. Last year, I think the
Hey, the public, the
Falcons.
Falcons are favored.
Well, I
2-1.
think a lot of money is going to be on the Packers in this game, so that's what I'm referring to. So I think the Falcons run the ball. I think they kind of grind it out. I hate Desmond Ritter, and I'm picking Desmond Ritter here. I don't know why. So give me the Falcons -1.5.
Next game is KC Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Go Chiefs,
Jaguars
baby.
are +3.5. Chiefs just came off a home loss. Patrick Mahomes' first home loss for a season opener ever.
Yep.
And with that just being said, the receivers played horrible.
Awful.
The
KC.
defense played decent. But I just think there's no way Casey's going 0-2. I'm betting KC. I'll probably do money line. I don't. It might be a close game, but I think KC. I'll take KC -3.5.
I believe in you, KT. We got both of our boys back. Chris Jones is going to be out there. We got Kelsey back. Hopefully, Chiefs take care of business.
Easy. Should be easy win for them, even though the Jaguars are decent. Next game, Los Angeles Chargers at the Tennessee Titans. Titans are +3. They looked awful last week. I ain't gonna lie. They looked. They were not Attack on Titan. They were the Titans getting attacked. And
Tannehill, yikes.
the Chargers, they barely lost too. Which they looked actually good in their loss. But I think this is a omen for the Titans right here. It's time to get a new quarterback. I don't think Tannehill's the answer. I don't think Malik Willis is the answer. I think once they start maybe 0-2, 0-3, it might be time to tank for a QB. And there's a lot of QBs coming out next year. If the Titans can tank for a good QB, they still got Derrick Henry for a few more years at it, like a really top tier level. They got Hopkins, get Caleb Williams, and y'all be set to go. So I'm taking the Chargers because I think the Titans gonna tank.
Yep, I'm going to take the Chargers as well here. I mean, it's still +3. You know, it's not that many points.
Chargers gonna win.
I think the Chargers will take care of it.
That might be a lock too. That might be a lock.
And I hate Justin Herbert.
That might be a lock. Raiders at the Buffalo Bills. Bills are -8.5, which is shocking considering the showing. I mean, good
awful.
Lord. I mean,
Josh Allen, figure it out. You're on my fantasy.
The Bills. I mean,
they look bad. Monday night, they choked. They were up 10 points. The public lost a bunch of money. I was one of those people that live bet right when Rodgers went out, thinking I was just stealing money from the books. That's not how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta keep you gotta keep your mind sharp when it comes to that. So
that's right. They got us all. I mean, I didn't bet on the game luckily because I was not in the area I could bet. But if I did, yeah, I probably would have lost money myself. However, this game, I don't plan on losing money because I think 8.5 spread is large, but I think the Bills will come out swinging. They're going to be at home. They're going to be back. The Raiders won by 1 point against a trash Broncos team. I like Garoppolo. He wins. Garoppolo wins. So I might just take the Raiders +8.5. Garoppolo wins.
I'm going the Bills here. I think they have a bounce back week. They'll be at home. Josh Allen, figure it out, please. I have you in 2 fantasy leagues, not just 1. So I need you. I need you, big dog. I need you.
Next game is Seattle Seahawks at Detroit Lions. Lions -5. Lions they looked solid last week. They looked solid. They beat the best team in the league. Run game looked good. Receivers looked good. Defense looked good. Yeah. All around, they look good.
Caps off.
Dark horse this year. And I'm going to take I think they let their foot off the gas a little bit just because the Lions are the Lions. I think it's a close game. I'm going to pick Seattle +5.
I'm going to take the Lions here. I believe in the Lions, I guess. And I never thought I'd say that the past 20 years I've seen them play. So I'll take the Lions, and I think they cover.
Okay. Believes. Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are -1. Both rookie quarterbacks, first time facing off against each other. Stroud and Richardson. Battle of the brothers. They're trying to put us brothers against each other again in this line of fire.
He's trying to start
and only one brother can come out victorious. And that brother, this is -1. It might as well be a money line bet. I'm gonna have to take the Colts. +1 just because they got a better team. I mean, Houston, we got a problem. There's still a problem even after getting the first overall pick. Y'all need receivers.
And the second overall pick too.
And the second overall pick. Y'all ain't got no receivers. They have Robert Woods is their best receiver, I think.
Robert Woods, yeah,
Michi. I mean,
Tank
good
Dell,
Lord,
very okay.
Who?
Yeah.
The Colts at least got Darius Leonard on defense to stop. And he's got it's not going to be pretty for the Texans. They're going to be good, hopefully, with Stroud, but I don't see it happening within the next year, for this year at least. So I'm going to pick the Colts.
Colts. I believe in Anthony Richardson.
Next game, 49ers versus the Rams.
At The Rams.
At the Rams.
In LA.
In LA. Plus 7.5.
San Francisco South. They usually pack that stadium pretty well. Last 2 years ago, NFC Championship game, it was like a home game for the 49ers. So they travel pretty well. So I think that's why the line is kind of what it's at. Rams 7.5. What do you think?
The Rams look a little better. They look a little better from last year. I think addition by subtraction without cut because Stafford's not just looking at one dude the whole time, so the defense can kind of figure out where they're going. He's got his mind made up before the play even starts. So the other team, they got their Magneto going on and shit and figuring out what the hell going on to counteract Professor X.
Mm-hmm.
But there ain't, and Professor X in this instance is Purdy. He's never lost a game as a regular season starter, undefeated. This line's plus 7.5 Rams, and I just think their defense is going to tear that up. So
I like it.
I'm going to take 49ers minus 7.5.
I'm taking it too. I mean, I think they always have their numbers, and I'm going to listen to that. I think I'm going to take the Rams. Or I'm taking the 49ers.
Next game is the New York
Jets.
Jets at.
Or no, this is Giants at Cardinals. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Giants at Cardinals.
New York Giants at Cardinals.
Against the Caleb Williams-led Cardinals pretty much at this
Cardinals
point.
plus 4. What you think, man?
I'm going to take the Giants. I don't think I'm ever going to bet on the Cardinals with this quarterback room. I mean, it's pretty brutal.
They got 40 ball.
I am going to take the Giants. They bounce back. I mean, they're the better team. They have a serviceable quarterback. I don't like Daniel Jones. He's like Alex Smith, but less better. So I'm going to take the Giants. Minus 4.
They did play one of the best 3 teams in the league, the Cowboys. I'll give them that. Cardinals did not play that great of a team. I don't know who they lost.
Washington.
They played Washington and still got smacked. I'm gonna take the Giants too, just because you can't do much worse. I mean, you're playing a worse team, one of the best teams in the league to one of the worst teams. From the penthouse to the outhouse type of teams of relevancy. Giants about in the middle of the pack. They ain't middle class right now, lower middle class, I'll say. And I'll take the lower middle class family to beat the poverty family. So Giants plus 4.
Big bank take little bank.
That's right. That might be a lock too, actually. Jets at Cowboys. Cowboys are minus 9. Cowboys blew the hell out the Giants this last week, and they about to play the other New York team. And so I think they about to do a New York sweep. They about to bring Dallas out. They about to bring Dallas out to New York, even though the game's in Dallas, and just get the Jets and the Giants up on out of here. The Jets lost Aaron Rodgers, probably the worst loss of the week, even though they won the game. They're gonna play. God. By far, one of my least favorite quarterbacks in the league. Ugh. What's his name again?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. I can't even remember his name so bad. They're going to get at least 2 picks on this dude. I mean, they got Diggs, and then they got Gilmore. It's a wrap. Put the house on it. Zach Wilson's at least throwing 1 interception, and that's probably going to be like minus 110. So put your money on that. Easy. Cowboys minus 9.
Dallas. Taking them quick, easy.
Washington at Denver. Denver's minus 3.5. This game is a wash. I don't care to watch this game. Don't care to see this game. Don't care to think about this game. Both these teams are trash. But I think Russell Wilson gets it together second week. I'm taking Denver minus 3.5.
I'm taking Denver as well.
Miami Dolphins at New England Patriots. Should be an interesting game. Minus Denver plus 3. Or Denver plus 3. The Patriots plus 3.
Yep.
But this might be. I think the Tua gonna come through. So I'm gonna take the Dolphins minus 3. Just because, Tua, Tyreek, double T up in there, lay the towers, and they finna swing and hit everybody down.
I'm going to take New England here. I think Miami's coming off a big spot, a big game. I think they have a little bit of a letdown. I think they probably win the game, maybe on a last-second field goal. But at plus 3, I'm going to take New England. They're at home. I think they find a way to, keep it close. So
Sunday night game, New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers plus 3.
This is actually Monday night. We'll have a
Monday night
doubleheader this week.
Didn't know that.
We get 2 games on a Monday. It'll be awesome. I'm not complaining. More football.
I didn't know that. Oh, doubleheader. Okay, Bryce Young's first primetime game. I think he hopefully shows up for the Panthers' sake. But I'm going to take New Orleans minus 3. They got the better quarterback.
Me too. A veteran. New Orleans has some guys. Carolina, they're just building. Hopefully Bryce Young can become something, but it's a little too early for the guys. So New Orleans.
Yeah, gonna be a close game though. And then last game is the Cleveland Browns at the Steelers plus 2.5. Deshaun Watson is coming back for revenge for all them women who did harm on his name. Don't trust the hoe, can't trust the hoe, don't trust me. She wants me, oh.
3083.
Something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Don't trust them women. Deshaun Watson proved them all wrong. He said, y'all lying on my name, so I'm about to go back to the Hall of Fame and win these games. Cleveland minus 2.5.
I am also gonna take Cleveland here. I mean, the Steelers look like dog shit. Yeah, I mean, give me Cleveland all day.
All right, y'all. That's it for the football games, the NFL football games week 2. Until next time. Deuces.
Peace.